Uh-huh. This is a subject that I would like to address. Possibly this is going to be a very brief video. This is in regards to, as you can see over there, that's the cover. This is a trade paperback edition of Amazing Spider-Man regarding the Civil War. This comprises Amazing Spider-Man 532, 538. What I would like to talk about here is, let's see if I can, okay, that's better. What I would like to address here, guys, is actually Spider-Man's unmasking. This is, according to my opinion, an interesting idea, but it's an idea that unfortunately it was not gonna work out. Here we see Peter. That's Peter over here. He is worried because Tony Stark is behind the Superhuman Registration Act, I think it is, and Peter was worried and concerned about the implications of his unmasking, worldwide unmasking of Spider-Man. An interesting story. Well, not story. An interesting concept. But I think this concept should have been addressed, in some sort of a, let's say, another M sort of way, another some sort of Elseworlds, a what-if story. Because it seems that this thing was so chaotic. The concept itself, that Marvel took a decision. In my opinion, the Brand New Day, One More Day, is a rushed decision. Now, I am not saying that things have to be the way I want them to be, or we want them to be, because we have to face this, folks. Comic books are not going to be written for the likes of us, if I'm saying this correctly, forever. They have to reboot our characters one way or the other, regardless of our opinion, because they have to do so for the future generation. Here we see Peter Parker after unmasking. Here we see the network, people actually Googling Peter's name, even in the porn sites. Here it says, including the porn sites. That was a funny one. Here we have Joe now. Well, old JJJ, his reaction, whatever. But anyway, this is not a review about the story. I'm just, giving you my 2 cents about an interesting concept, but a concept that in the end wouldn't have worked out. It was not going to work out. Not at all. It was not going to work out. And in fact, all this Brand New Day stuff, all of these people who were dead coming back to life, Peter and Mary Jane getting divorced, getting married again. I don't know what the hell's gonna happen. I mean, I'm all for it. I believe and I agree with rebooting, but there are certain things, in my own personal opinion, that should be left untouched. But anyway, what's done is done. I think that right now we're just beginning with the origin of species crossover. Crossover, no, I'm sorry, that's not the term. A origin of species story arc. That's the new one. I haven't read it yet, so I'm just waiting for the trade paperback edition to come out so that I can have it all of a sudden, all of a one single shot. But anyway, the Civil War story in itself seems pretty much interesting. I haven't read it yet. Possibly I'm gonna have to do so when I have the time. But I just wanted to, here we have Captain America. I hope this movie turns out good, because they do have there is a very positive intent behind it, but we're just gonna have to wait and see. Alongside Thor's movie comes out next year also. We have Spidey, the suit that Tony Stark built for him. But anyway, guys, as I said, this was going to be just a brief commentary, or my 2 cents, regarding Spidey's unmasking. And let me tell you, this Civil War comic, even though it's a comic book and deals with superheroes and either you're with me, against me, blah 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 blah, this is actually the reflection of our society. This is what is happening nowadays. The only thing is that in this world, the real world, if you want to call it the real world, whatever, it's between us, the real people. Either we adhere to, the system, or we're just some outcasts. There's a powerful message behind all of these funny pages and funny books. But anyway, that's another story. Nevertheless, I would like to, for those of you who haven't read this, you can check it out, you can try it out to see how things unfolded after Spidey unmasked himself. We all know that the conclusion was brand new day, one more day. I haven't read it yet, but I know the repercussions because I have a few books around there. Those of you who might have been checking up on my videos have already seen New Ways to Die, which takes place within the brand new day timeline. Anyway, guys, I'm signing off. Thank you for viewing. Any comments would be appreciated. See ya.